Hello, guys. Welcome back. Today we will be looking at a very important part of the Copilot governance, and this is the Copilot Control System in the M365 Admin Center. So, what this primarily actually governs is the different types of agents that we will actually start with. So, what are the different types of agents? You have custom agents. These are the agents that have predefined instruction, structured logic. This can be Power Automate flows. They can be actions that are created in Copilot Studio, and sometimes I would say they are ideal for predictable rule-based tasks. This kind of a workflow that you get something from here, use generative AI, and then answer the users. This requires admin approval and publishing before becoming available to the users. So, where is this done? Let's just jump into the admin center and see what we can find there. So, let's see here. So, in the M365 admin center, you do have the, let's see here, you do have the overview of the Copilot here, and we have the settings here. So in the settings, you have the Copilot control, where you have the user access, data access, Copilot actions, and other settings. So if we need to actually, if we need to approve these agents or find them, we can go to either agents here in the agent inventory and find them. But we can also do it from here. We do have the requested agents. So I don't think I have any requested agent in my tenant, but they will appear here, and you will be able to actually actually um, approve the agent. So I will request one later, and then you will see how this is done. So if we look at the agent inventory, we can see the type. I can choose custom, and one of them is agent test, which is built by Copilot Studio and is available for all users in my case, and it's supported in both Teams and Copilot. So this is we will build this quickly in Copilot Studio and deploy to both Copilot and Teams to just show you how the requested agents are done. If you like finding them in the integrated apps, you can also find them here. They are actually requested apps here, so you will have them in both places. I know it's confusing, but this is how it is as per now, and that's where you find them. So let's go back to our slides and see. So shared agents, these are agents that have been configured usually in the agent builder or yeah, often in the agent builder. So you will find them in the admin center too. Let's go back again, and you will see that they now live in the agents. So you used to have shared agents here, but now you can go to agents and you will see all the types of agents here. So I will choose shared agents, and you will see most of them are actually either extensions of M365 Copilot from Microsoft Copilot Studio, and agents that are created in yeah, in what do I say, in agent builder. So those are the two. And here you've seen we have custom, shared, and Microsoft external, and these ones are also shared, but I've blocked them in my one of them in my tenant. And as you can see here, you have the career coach twice. This is something we can look into later, but always choose the type of agents you want in here. You have the two types we've covered now, and let's go to the third type. The third type is first party agents. These are developed by Microsoft and are integrated with M365 services. This, for example, the researcher agent and the analyst agent, which you can also deploy from here, and you can either deploy it to all the users, or you can have a stage deploy, what do I say, a rolling, or you can roll out in pilots where you just add the users that need the licenses. External agents, these are agents created by external developers or vendors, and you can control their availability and how they are added into your M365 tenant. So also, when you see frontier agents, these are the experimental or advanced agents, and they will be using new capabilities or integrations. As you remember, before the researcher agent became available as GA, it used to be Frontier. So that's when we are experimenting and using advanced agents. So those are the agent types, and I can quickly show you again where you will find them to manage them. Agents is the best place because you have the entire overview and you can choose by type. So Microsoft and external, you will see all the external agents that Asana, Nexa, all these external agents that are built by third-party developers. You will see them here, or other companies, and you will also see Microsoft agents here. So let's take, for example, research research agent. As you can see here, type Microsoft, supported in Copilot. So for me, I've deployed it for some users, but can quickly see how it's deployed here. You can have the overview, and you see the users. You can do it for only for yourself, or you can do it for the entire organization, or choose specific users. And you can also just make it available for the specific groups. You can see the details and the security and compliance. So, of course, this is a first party from Microsoft, so most of it is managed from Microsoft. You can only deploy it and share it, deploy it for the users that need it. Yep. So let's look at the next thing, roles. So the AI admin role gives you access to actually manage the agents, the configurations, and it gives you access to the Copilot control where you can see the different usages, and you can also see the dashboards. Global admin, it is what it is, gives you permission across everything here, including agent governance. And global reader, view only access to agent settings and inventory. So no editing capabilities. And this we already covered. Where do I find my agents? So I see I've not updated the slides, but now this is broken into two. You have, it's not agents and connectors anymore, but you do have agents, and that's in the Copilot control system. You have agents here where you will find all your agents. You can see the availability if it's some users, and agent type if it's Microsoft, and you can have supported in Copilot. So let me remove that filter and get it back to everything, and you can see here it is supported in, you can see where the agents are supported. So use this to filter very quickly when if you're going to look for agents. And you also find agents, of course, in the integrated apps, but I recommend that you use the agents in the Copilot control system. So here you have the available apps, the deployed apps, and the blocked apps. So let's continue. You can use filters here and check app support. We already seen it if it's supported in Copilot, Outlook, or M365 Admin Center. So what can you do in the agent for the agents? You can either disable or enable agents to control their accessibility through your organization. With this, I mean that you can actually go to your Copilot control system here and go to settings. And once you're in settings, you can go to data and access. And here you can control how the agents, control how users can create and access the agents. So all the users can create the agents in your tenants, or no users or specific users if you want to roll this out to different groups at different times. And that's it. You can do all the users here. And you can also choose which types of apps and agents that are available for users. So if you don't want all the external apps, as you saw in the list, there was a lot of external apps, you can turn this off. And if you allow apps and agents created by Microsoft, this will be included. The Microsoft apps will be included. So I will not change anything there. That is how you make the agents available for your users. Yes, I don't want that. Let's see here. You can also have advanced agent configuration. It's you can set up detailed behavior controls, and you can view the agent inventory. We've already looked at this. Let's check how you can actually look at the advanced agent controls. So for our agent here, let's see. I need to do a custom agent, and this is my agent test. So this agent is was deployed 12th of June. You can see the users. You can make it available to the specific users or no users in the organization. You can see the details. If it has knowledge from Copilot Studio, if it have actions, you will see them here. And the security and compliance, it's publisher attest and M365 certified. That's what you can see for now in the agents. And as you can see here, you can either block the agent or just deploy it from here. So remember, this is what we have as per now, and we are continuing to build on this. We have already seen this. You can see we have seen the capabilities, and we have seen the data sources and the custom actions. For shared agents, it's exactly what we've seen too. For requested agents, you can also view all pending submissions and take actions on them. So this is basically what you can do for Copilot agent management settings. So let's go to SharePoint. In SharePoint, you have the M365 global admin, has control over everything and can create can check off the M365 Copilot for SharePoint license for a user. So if a user has the M365 Copilot license, you can also go into the licensing and add the M365 Copilot for SharePoint for license for user. SharePoint admin, you prepare your SharePoint content, and you will be also using the SharePoint advanced management features here. The site members, they can create and edit both document libraries, library contents, and agents on the sites. And then we have the site visitors who only have read access to the document library. They can view SharePoint, the existing agents, but they cannot create or edit them. Site guests, they will not be able to either create or use existing SharePoint agents. Let's look at the billing setup, how we actually set up the billing for M365 Pay As You Go and SharePoint Pay As You Go. Let's see here. So let's jump to billing and usage, and let's just go back. So for Copilot, you will have the billing and usage here, and you will see the Pay As You Go services that are available. And let's say I want to create a new billing policy. I do have to, let's see here, add a billing policy, SP agents, and you do have to create, you need to own a subscription or be a contributor in the subscription. And you also need a resource group. So the resource group should be created in Azure. I will just choose one of my random ones here, custom engine agent. But make sure you create a resource group that you will be tracking the costs with in Azure. I will use East US, and I accept the pay as you go. And you can choose the users that will be added to this billing policy. So I will choose the CSP, the Power Platform Testing Group, and I will not set a budget, but you can set a budget for the policy and send email alerts when the budget is hit. It's almost, when the limit is reached. So I will create this policy, and while the policy is creating, there are some things you can do with the policies. So you can connect your services. So if you have, let's say, the marketing wants their own, supply chain wants their own, I can take SharePoint agents and either connect or disconnect them. So for SharePoint agents, I will connect them to this group. So once they use SharePoint agents, the consumption will go to this Azure subscription and resource group. So that's quite easy to understand because you either connect or disconnect with the users included user group or the M360 the security group included in the policy. Turn that on, and you can do the same thing for M365 Copilot Chat. So that makes life quite easier because I already created the billing policy. I know it's the Power Platform testing group, and I can connect them to M365 Copilot Chat too. So that's quickly how you set up the billing policy, the pay as you go billing, and you will have the overview of the billing policies here. So let's see, there is my new billing policy. I can either delete it or do whatever I want with it later. Delete policy, I can see the services, the budget, and the spending in here, monthly spending. And I can also see the users. So who are the users? So that's it for the billing. Let's go back and look at now you have SharePoint agents pay as you go set up for a group, and you have M365 the Copilot chat pay as you go for a group. The next thing we will look at is let's see, web search policy creation. So for the Copilot chat, you need to create the web search policy, and this can be done from the Copilot Control System. And from here, you can actually just go to settings, and you can see here you have the Copilot in Bing, Copilot in Ads, Copilot Pay as you go billing, M365 self-service patches, and pin the Microsoft and pin Copilot chat. But the interesting one is here, data access. We have already covered the agents, and we have already, this we've not covered, but this is quite easy. Once I press on this, this will actually take me to Copilot in Power Platform and Dynamics. This is controlled from the Power Platform admin center. This is something we will cover in a later session, but don't worry a lot about this as an admin in the M365 admin center. But this you should worry a lot about, because this is web search for M365 Copilot and M365 Copilot Chat. You either have it enabled, or you have to go to cloud policy. So once you navigate here, you will have to create a new policy which will include the web search, and you will see how this is done now. This is let's see here, it's taking a while, but once it loads here, we will be able to configure a new policy. So yeah, this page is not responding. Let's see. So you can create the web search policy here, and you can do it in two ways. You can, once you create it here, you will create it for a subset of the users. This will be a user group or a M365 group or a security group. But here you can create a policy for all users. So for the entire tenant. And here you just provide a brief description, policy for all users, Copilot chat, Copilot web search, web search. And this is a tenant level policy, so the scope is there and applies to all users. Of course, we already decided this, and this is the important point. So let's do web search, and you will see allow web search in Copilot, and we can do this. It's not configured for my tenant. I will enable it. Enable in M365 Copilot and Copilot Chat, disable in. So once you enabled it, so I did not configure, so this is grayed out. But once I actually choose enabled, I will be able to enable it or disable it for work mode. Is the last one here. So it's disabled in work mode, but enabled in web. But here you can disable it in the whole M365 Copilot and M365 Copilot Chat, but I will enable it just to show you how it's done. And next. And once this is done, I just review the policy and I save the policy and update the policy, of course. Yes, that's done. And the policy is created. So that's that easy. You just navigate from here to Cloud Policy and decide what to create from there. You do have the Copilot actions here, which you can turn off image generation in Copilot if you want to manage the images that are being created. I have allowed it because I'm testing with it, but you can turn them off. And Copilot in Teams meetings, this will take you to the Teams admin center here, and you can actually make changes here for Copilot. You can do the transcription and record when they expire, and set the actually what Copilot does in Teams inside here. And let's see other settings. This is the last one. Custom dictionary. This is really cool. So if you have a custom dictionary for your organization, you can actually upload it here with the language, and you can, if you have a lot of acronyms, you can actually explain them in here so that Copilot understands what they are. So use this and you will maximize Copilot. Let's see what's the next topic. We are going to look at this publishing agents and the publish approval flow. We will be looking at this because some agents can be published in Copilot Studio for both Teams and M365 Copilot. And then the admin in the M365 admin center has to approve and deploy the application. So, without wasting any time, let's just jump into Copilot Studio. As you can see here, we have an agent, just call it agent approval, which I will use to showcase how the different ways to share this application. And the application is published, and it's published with to the Teams and Microsoft 365 Copilot channel. In order to publish to this channel, you actually need to have this only Teams and M365 and SharePoint channels are available, since my authentication method is Teams and M365 and Microsoft M365. So you can see here I can make the agent available in M365 Copilot, and once you do this, you need to republish your agents and turn on and off your M365 Copilot. So also here you can edit the details. I know there is a lot of agents being created by your developer name, so I can change this to Wario, and it will appear as created by me. I know this is kind of stupid, but it should pick the maker. But in this context, you will have to do it yourself. You can decide how your agents should function in Teams. Here, users can add this agent to Teams and use this agent for group and meeting chats. You can do that and display a notice when the agent is mentioned to in Copilot. You can decide to this have this on to, and your disclaimer message will be here. So I will not have that on. That's it for the agent details, and save. So this will be saved, and I will decide to share this agent, let's say, with everyone in my organization. Then I will have to actually go to sorry, availability options, and I've already pushed it for approval so that you can see how it's set up. But here you can see that I can add users. So I have let's see, I have a friend in my tenant is called test user. I'm not allowed to do this because I've already shared with everyone. But you can add the users here. You can copy the link and show in by build your colleague, built by Power Platform. So that's how you do sharing with the users. You can add multiple users here. And also, once let's go back here. Once you actually go to the share with the entire organization, let's see, share with an entire organization, you have the app ID, you will see your approval here, and you can refresh or submit for approval again. And once you do this, the agent will appear here, and the admin in the this is actually just in the agent section in the Copilot control, and you can see the requested agents. And in the requested agents, you can just see pending is reviewing. You can see the details, and you can see the security and compliance, which we've already seen before. So let's just go back to overview, and it's available for Copilot, M365, and Teams. So I will publish this, or you can either reject. So let's see, publish for everyone, and it will be published for everyone. But if you want to do this from the integrated app section, you can also do it from there. But you publish it, then you deploy it to the users you want to deploy this agent to. So I will then deploy it to entire organization, but I could have chosen just some specific users or user groups in here. But I will choose the entire organization since it's only me in this tenant. And you will see here that it is pushed to Copilot next and finish deployment. So it's being deployed, done, and you will see that it's availability all users supported in Copilot. So let's see what is it's supported in Copilot and Teams, and it's available for all users. So you can either block or remove from here again. So now it moved from requested agents to agent inventory, which is quite good. Now done the we have done the publish and approve in M365. And that's it for that channel. For SharePoint, once you deploy to SharePoint, if you're a site owner, you will be able to actually just, let's see here, I will choose a site, Power Platform Testing, and I will deploy my agent there. Once you deploy, the site owner has to approve the agent, and once the agent is approved, then you will be able to, let's see, go to site, and you will be able to use the agent. So if you're not a site owner, you will not be able to deploy here because the site owner has to approve the agent. So let's see here. And one new thing I found is that you can add an agent link, which will automatically open the agent on the side. As you can see here, I press on this agent link, and it opens the Copilot Microsoft LAN MCP agent. So let's see here, and yeah, it's not yet come, but let's see. So this is the MCP Learn agent, and I have the Power Platform Testing agent, which is the site agent. So let's see what happened to my agent here. As you can see here, guys, the agent approval agent got published here because I'm the site owner. So I have the approved for the sites, and all the agents here are I'm able to use all the agents on this site. But if you are not the admin of the site, the admin will also be able to actually, let's see if this is, yeah, the admin will be able to set as approved, or and then you get the approved mark here that the agent has been approved by the site owner. Set, and you can do this for all the agents in the site. So that's it for SharePoint agents, and we have seen how you can publish from Teams, from Copilot Studio to Teams, and M365 Copilot, and to SharePoint, and how this is managed. We've also seen how you set up a pay as you go. We've looked deeper into all the agents in here. We have seen about the different. Yeah, we've looked at the different agents, and we've also looked at all the settings in here, and we can also see that most of these cells are self-explanatory, as pin M365 Copilot Chat. And for me, I have it pinned so that I can access it easily. And you can also have pinned the M365 Copilot up to the Windows taskbar. This is something that also makes life easier if you have it pinned, but depends on your organizational needs. So that's it for this session, guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the comment section, or just send me a message on LinkedIn, or just, yeah, Wario everywhere. See you guys.